This call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance or training purposes.
This call may be recorded.
Hello. Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Great. Good. How are you?
I'm doing so good. Okay, if you are tuning in to today's episode of This Call May Be Recorded, you may not know this, but this is a huge, huge episode for us. And I'll tell you why. It's because this is the first time in This Call May Be Recorded history that we have ever had active Power Selling Pro CSRs on the show. This is Kayla and Maddie. Hello.
Hi. Thank you so much for having us.
You guys, I'm so excited. I've been looking forward to it so much, and I've been pumped about it. So you guys are killer CSRs. You do an excellent job. So tell us about where you're coming from. What company do you work for? How long have you been in the program? Tell us all about it.
We are here at Rogers Heating & Cooling in Virginia. I was a CSR for 2 years, and I have switched over to dispatch. I'm a level 4 CSR.
Yeah, and Kayla actually just started dispatch training, so we're excited about that too. Yes, we are at Rogers Heating & Cooling in Virginia, and I am a level 3 CSR, shooting to be level 4 by the end of the year.
By the end of the year, so that's your goal. End of the year, level 4. What does it take to be a level 4 CSR? Like, tell us about it. Like, what are things you're working on, Maddie, Kayla? Like, what was some of your biggest hurdles getting to this point?
My biggest struggle would be with empathy. I have no empathy for people.
Okay. I believe you for 2 seconds when you say that. I don't believe you, but I know you're level 4. You can't have no empathy. Don't you dare.
She's just good at what she does. But no.
Okay, I'll give it to you. No, you go, Maddie, and then I've got a question after.
I would say it takes a lot of dedication and hard work, and we obviously at Rogers, we have a lot of fun, but we also take PSP very seriously. And so it's a big deal here. It's leveling up, and, we have goals to meet. And if we're not holding ourselves accountable, someone else is. So.
Absolutely. What would you say is the biggest change or the biggest, I guess, paradigm shift or mind shift? And I've not given you guys time to think about this, so I apologize. But if from the time you started level 1 and your thoughts about coaching and training and like the principles to now, what have been some of your biggest shifts?
When I first started, when I was first told about it, Alyssa came to me and was like, what do you think about doing this training? And I love training. I love learning. So I was like, yeah, let's go for it. And I had a first couple meetings with Sabrina, and I was like, this is going to be tough. And it is so worth it, though, because I even use the principles in my daily conversations. Yeah, it changes your mindset, and you have to have the mindset to grow and be able to set these goals and achieve them.
Mm-hmm. I think for me, when I first started, they told me that I'd be in this program. And when I first started, I was like, and I did start with Sabrina first. And I was like, I don't know about this. Like, this doesn't make sense to me. Like, why does this matter, right? Like, I'm being nice on the phone. Like, I'm being cordial. Like, why does this matter? But now that I am in level 3, I'm like, this matters. Like, it matters a lot. It changes my phone calls. It changes the way that the customers view us and our company. And I mean, we take it very seriously.
Yes.
Okay, I have actually been thinking about this so much lately, And I spent a week in Disney not too long ago. And so maybe that's what it was, just like watching all the customer service. And they're great at customer service over there, right? And but then I would go other places and ask simple questions or for simple favors. And people who are just going about their regular everyday life, like you can tell that they let customers happen to them. Like, I don't know a better way to explain this. They let the customer come and just happen to them. And that's the way their life is, right? But they don't take control of their conversations. Like there's not any real intentionality. Like they're not doing things on purpose. And it is just so interesting to see. And that like what you were saying, Maddie, like at the beginning, you're like, I'm nice. Like, what else do you want from me? Right? Like what else am I supposed to do? Like, I'm nice. Like how do I do it? Now be so intentional and to do everything on purpose every single day, all the time. Like you guys are growing, and like you two both you guys have the best energy. You guys are so excited. Everyone at Rogers is so awesome.
Yeah,
for sure. At wanting to grow and be intentional and actively, seek out that advancement. So you're great. I'm down to just jump into a call. You guys ready for that? You want to go?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it. So if you haven't joined us before, these are some calls that we're going to listen to. These are real calls. We have never heard them before. So our blind reactions, here we go. And I'm going to pull us on over here. Let me make sure everyone can hear this. Everyone in the chat, if you're having a hard time hearing, let me know. All right, you ladies can hear this though, right?
Thank you. Destiny, how can I help you today?
Yes, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm having some issues at my rental house.
Okay, what's going on?
Well, my renter caller said that he has no hot water, so he said there was some water out in the yard.
I'm sorry, what was in the yard?
Water.
So he has no hot water in the house, but there's water in the yard?
In the yard, yeah. And he said he looked up under the cabinet and everything, and didn't find any water. And he checked the hot water heater, and it's not running. I mean, not any water there, so I don't know what's going on.
Okay, is it a tank or tankless?
Huh?
Is the water heater tank or tankless?
What do you mean?
Is there a big tank for the water heater?
No, it's a gas one. It's in the back of the house.
Okay, and what's the address?
709 South.
All right. Stop right there. What do you think about it so far?
She's doing okay. I like how she's repeating back to him everything, making sure that she has all the right information.
I like that. Okay, let's talk energy.
Yeah, she's definitely losing some energy. She's just very blah, like, I'm doing my job. Like, we need to, hey, how can I, make you smile today? Like, oh my goodness, you have water all in your yard? Like, don't be fake about it, but, show that you care and that you're there for them. And just, it's all in your tone of voice too. Because I can just be sitting here like this and be like, oh my gosh, Tatiana, I hate that you have water, all over the yard. We're going to get this fixed for you. Like, showing all those principles, like, it shows that you care about the customer and you're there for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think tone is definitely a big deal, because sometimes you can say something and you don't mean it in a negative way, but it sounds very negative because you don't sound like you're ready to take care of the customer. You don't sound like you really want to, or you don't really care what's happening with them. One of the biggest things for us at Rogers is when we answer the phone call, we start off in that good tone.
Yeah, it definitely sets the foundation for a really strong call for you and your CSR, right? It's like it helps your CSR because now they just like you a little bit more. They trust you a little bit more based on the tone of your voice, but also you guys, if you start with a lot of energy, it's a lot easier for you to take that throughout the rest of your call as well. I think that's so true. And this call, I definitely don't listen to this call and think, wow, that was great customer service. This is an awesome customer experience, right? It's like there's definitely some connection missing, some energy missing. She's asking some questions again and again, and you're just kind of like, I don't know. It just feels like we need more from her.
Yeah.
And tone wise, this is a good example of how your tone can sound, because I don't think she has sounded inherently negative, right? She didn't sound like she like hated her job, but she also didn't sound like she was excited or happy to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And sometimes you kind of fall in that area of just, whatever. Just do the thing like we talked about before. Just I'm being nice. What else do you want from me? I
Right.
want you to be nice, but also sound like you're engaged. Be there.
Right.
Be more. All right, let's keep going. I'm gonna skip a little bit.
$55. Okay, and we do charge $155 an hour with the minimum of 2.
Okay, wait. I don't think he gives the whole address. I noticed part of the address was given, and I don't want to hear that part, so I'm trying to skip it. But I don't want to miss anything the CSR says.
Okay, and we do charge $155 an hour with the minimum of 2 hours. Wait,
Y'all, I have not paused it.
okay, it's
He's
a
right.
Yeah, wow.
1 hour plus any material.
Okay, let's stop right there. Let's just do a little pause right there. Yeah, Melissa, you are right. She says, eek.
Yes.
Not wrong, Melissa, not wrong. Okay, what are we feeling about this whole price conversation? So just, I had to kind of, I moved it around a little bit. So all I really skipped over was just the address. So you didn't miss much, right? This is the conversation raw. That's what it sounded like. What do you ladies think?
I think we definitely could have thrown some value in there.
Yeah.
This is Maddie being so nice right now.
We,
I'm so proud of you, Maddie.
yes, this is. You're right. Because if it was Kayla, I'd have been like, Kayla, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like, what is happening?
What is going on?
Yes. So, of course, what we would have done is say, hey, we're going to send out a well-trained service professional. This is what he's going to do. This is our goal at our company. And your service professional, he's fantastic. So you're in great hands with him. And so, just throw that value in there and build up what service you are providing. Because if someone hears $155, they're going to be like, okay, anybody could come out here for that.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. I just heard you build 5 points of value before even talking about the price. Like, that's awesome. Talking about how much you believe in that number too. Like, this is the value of what we offer, right? We are worth it. You've got to believe that, or else you get calls that sound like this, where it's just like, and this is how much it is. Like, she doesn't seem to really know, right? There was a huge, long dead air like that. There was a lot of dead air, lots of dead air. I was actually to the point where I was thinking that my system wasn't working anymore. I was like, shoot, the audio, it's cut out. But no. No. So it just really was not a very impressive pricing conversation. Let's go to Melissa made a comment. She said, if I heard over $300, I just might be speechless as well. I would have loved to hear all the great things that come along with that other than just the minimum of 2 hours.
Very accurate. Yes.
I'll say this, and maybe you guys have experienced this too, or just have recognized the difference. There's definitely a difference in building value and just stating facts about the appointment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I can tell you that it's a minimum of 2 hours, but I can also add, we do a minimum of 2 hours so we can ensure that we find the best time or the best, solution to this problem for you. Like, tie it back to why it matters to the customer. Why should you care about what I'm saying?
Right.
You've got to tie it back. All right. There's about a minute left in this call. Let's kind of see what's left in it, and then we'll go to a new call.
Will you be paying or the tenant?
Me. He's at work, so whenever y'all send somebody, I would have to meet today. I mean, if it's before, if it's in between 8 and 5.
Yes, sir. And will it be card, check, or cash?
Probably be, don't know how much it is, but it'll probably be cash.
Okay. And we don't carry change.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, they give me the exact amount, I go get that.
And is this a good contact number?
Yes, it's
I'm curious to know, what are some things that you guys assume about this CSR? I mean, having never met this person your whole life, what are some things that you assume about them?
She's not very prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell that.
It doesn't really seem like she believes in the company that she works for.
She doesn't seem to care about anything but
Yeah.
doing her job. My job's to answer the phone. That's it. Like,
Sabrine's comment, it's very accurate, and I'm being nice today, guys. I would be scared to come to work the next day because Sabrine would have me. I think right here too, I heard her say we don't or we can't, and that is a big no. We never say what we can't do or
say
what we don't do. Yeah. So, and I wouldn't even ask cash, card, or check if cash isn't really an option. But yeah, never say what you can't do. You always say what you can do.
I like Melissa's comment too. She said, like, do we even want him to book?
Right. That's kind of essentially how I feel.
Yeah. She also leaves a comment that it sounds like she couldn't care less if it was booked or not, which makes it sound like she doesn't care about him at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
And there's no empathy in this call.
No.
At all, I've also noticed.
No reassurance. No. I agree. Wow, my cough. Okay, let's listen to another one. Let's do another one.
Hello. Hi, this is Paige. What is this? Yeah.
Oh, it was an outbound call. I'm like, hello? What is happening? Okay. I got to start over. I was
inbound, Tatiana, inbound.
I was like, whoa, what is going on? All right, here we go.
Yeah, I was just looking for an estimate for service.
Okay, sure. I can definitely provide that for you. Now, do you know how many thermostats you operate off of? One. Okay. So for our air duct cleaning, we do offer simple, straightforward pricing. Now, just a little bit about what's included. We will check the furnace, make sure everything's working okay, and we also do change out the furnace filter if one is supplied to us.
Okay.
And then all of our technicians do adhere to NADCA standards, which are the highest in the industry. So the cost we would be looking for, it would be $5.95 for the cleaning itself, and then we do include a $10 fuel fee. So you would be looking at $6.05 even for the soda.
Okay, let's pause right here. Tell me your thoughts. What are you guys thinking?
I can tell in her voice, like, she really believes in what she's saying, and she's building that value. So that way, you know what you're getting, you know what you're paying for, and it's just not, it's this much for us to come out there and get what you want done. No, you're getting this and this and this for all of this price.
Right. I agree.
Very beautiful.
I think, she definitely didn't skip value. I'd have put a little more razzle dazzle in there, but
spice it up a little bit.
yeah, spice it up a little bit, but she definitely didn't skip it. She didn't just say, hey, it's $600.
Right.
Yeah. So I like that.
Yeah, I really like this call. What was that?
Was good.
Yes.
Wait, say it again.
The reassurance.
Yeah.
I can definitely help you with this.
Great reassurance. Also, and I think reassurance can be hard on an outbound call.
Mhm.
We can forget to offer reassurance because I'm like, of course I can help you. Why would I be calling? Right. Like that's like the mindset that some people have. And so like, yeah, I can do it for you. Just going to give you the pricing and like jump right into it. But there's a lot of things to take into consideration here because a lot of the time, the normal call that we talk about is like inbound service, right?
Mhm.
And this is an outbound duct cleaning call. So it's definitely different.
Right.
Where my camera is. It's different a little bit than the normal call we talk about. And she does an excellent job. She's got great tone, positive. She sounds prepared. She makes sure that she listens really well, which is another thing I might hear is like, how do I listen on an outbound call? They already submitted what they needed. Like, yeah, just make sure we heard it correctly. You know what I mean? I agree with that. I'm going to comment on what Sabrina said. Kayla and Maddie are the reassurance queens. I've heard many of your calls, and you guys are absolutely the reassurance queens. Right?
Yes.
I feel like reassurance is the easiest for us, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
care and reassurance, they go hand in hand.
Mhm.
They're very easy to hit.
All at the same time.
Yo, say that again for the people in the back.
If
Care and
you
reassurance
ever
are easy to hit? What?
If you ever struggle with empathy and reassurance, put them together.
Mhm.
So, oh my gosh, Kayla, I hate to hear that you're going through this. I am absolutely going to help you.
Oh, that was so good.
We're
Oh,
both hit at the same time.
Yep.
What is this again? 2 birds, 1 stone. That's a Virginia quote for anyone that.
Be 2 birds with 1 stone. I would, yeah, I love it. I think you guys are great. And I think that bundling it is so powerful too, because of how many people find these some of the most difficult.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
A lot of people feel that way. Like I'll listen all day. I can be positive. I can be prepared, but like I can book a call without caring. Like, yeah, you can, but like, what do we risk? You know what I mean? Like, but what do we lose? At what price? At what price? Okay, this is great. Melissa, you definitely. Hold on, wait, what did she say? I want to know if I can clone Kayla and Maddie. Yes, we can. We're in the process of that. That's our next thing that we're going to work on at Power Selling Pros is cloning.
Cloning machine.
So, stay tuned. All right, let's listen to the rest of this call. We've got about 1.5 minutes left.
Okay. Did you have kind of like any certain time frame in mind, or?
So I'd actually have to probably talk to my husband. I did have one other company who gave me a $250 estimate, but $299 including sanitation as well. They're also highly rated in the area. So we're going to have to kind of just discuss, which one we want to go with based off of, obviously like reviews and all the services and parts of the service that you guys provide. So I'll probably just have to go ahead and make that decision with him and then give you guys a call back to schedule stuff that we need to do.
Okay, that is definitely understandable. And just a little bit about us. We are a small family-owned business. We've been doing it for 37 years. And I would just make sure in the other quote that the furnace filter is included, because I know sometimes they charge different.
Ooh.
We are NASCA certified. And then what I can do in the meantime is match. But if you wanted to send us over a photo or anything that the quote included, I could always see, what we can do to drop that price down if that is hindering you from scheduling with us.
My girl.
Yeah, they did just do a verbal quote over the phone with me earlier, so I don't have anything in writing, but we were discussing that pricing with them. But yes, I definitely understand. I have told my husband, that we have to have a conversation about it, but yeah, for sure.
Okay, so what I can do in the meantime, I will go ahead. I'll send you a copy of the quote so that way you both can take a look at everything priced out. And then I'm also going to send you a video that's included in our website just so you can see how the cleaning is done, okay?
Fantastic. That sounds so good.
Alrighty, well, we look forward to hearing back from you. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you as well. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh, I was not expecting that. I wasn't expecting all that.
That's the razzle dazzle.
Yes.
That was good.
All right, I was in a training the other day and because that always comes out that I got to talk to my spouse, right? Like people say that all the time. I was in a training and I was like, has anyone ever said that? And one girl was like, I say that all the time and I'm not even married. And I was like, thank you. Like that, if that is not the point, I don't know what is. So people say that a lot. And I mean, what she did here, you guys walk me through this. What did she do here that was so awesome? Tell us what happened.
She built the value because, the lady on the phone said, we're going to compare reviews and figure that out. And she went right back to the company of, we've been doing this for so long. I'm going to show you I'm going to send you an email exactly what we do. So that way she knows what her experience is going to be like. And personally, like I would have chose these people, like even if they were a little more higher, like, what you're getting and you're getting that good service and that's what you're paying for. She did amazing. Very proud of her.
I agree.
Yeah. The value afterwards, I feel like was stronger than the value before.
Yeah.
Really. And maybe add a little bit of that the first time before pricing in case they are price shopping, dig a little deeper into the company.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with that for sure. I'll add one thing too, that if I were listening to this, if I were to think of an area of opportunity, what I would have loved to hear at the end of this, because she came through hard with all of these solutions, right? She did so good. She was like, here's the value. I can send you a copy. I mean, give us what they've told you, because we can price match or maybe, negotiate with you on this. She also offered to send a video from the website that tells you about how the cleaning works. I mean, there's no shot. This other company didn't even give her a written estimate. And look what she's willing to do for them. So like already there's so much value here that I wish the last thing that she could have done would have been to circle back and ask one more time to get on the schedule, right? Something like, can we get on the schedule? I can put you on the schedule. I'll send all this over to you. Reach out to that other company, get their quote, and we can definitely talk about how we can meet your expectations. Do you want us to reserve a time and you can let us know if anything changes? Right? That's the one thing I would have done, like to just, final cherry on top of this call, because she nailed it. She did really, really good. And I think that after all that value, she had a really good shot at getting the customer to schedule with her.
Yeah, for sure. And a little more personal touch at the end. I would have hit like the customer's name or thank you for chatting with me today, Mrs. Whatever.
Oh, that personalization is so important.
Yeah. That gratitude, make it personal.
Right. Don't just say thank you, because that can sound a little bit repetitive, monotonous. You know what I mean? That same old, thank you for calling Rogers. Have a good day. And you're like, thank you so much, Melissa, for calling Rogers. Like, it was so good talking to you. I hope you have a great day. Like, there's a big difference. Yeah. Melissa, you're obviously on my mind. Over here in my comments. What was the last comment? I would have also set a call back for me to follow up and not wait for them to call back. Yeah.
That's always, yes.
Thank you for that. That is a very good point. All right, you guys, we got a couple minutes left. I think let's try one more call. You down? Let's just see if we can get through.
Yeah.
Okay, one more. We've got to reshare. Actually, unshared. Oops. Can you guys hear that?
Hi, how you doing?
Can you hear that? Okay, here, I'm going to rewind it. This call's only 1 minute and 26 seconds, so I won't pause it. Let's just go through the whole thing. Okay. All right? Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, this is Tracy.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah, I had a message to call this number.
Okay, hold on just a second for me, please.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, I'm so excited to talk about this one.
Okay,
I'm so excited
for Monday. Would that work for you?
Yeah, Monday will be fine.
Keela's face.
I'm confused. What is going on?
What's happening?
We could do that on Monday. It would be about arrival time of about 8:30
in the morning.
Yeah, you'd be looking at between $315 and $435. We can offer 10% off the labor,
And do you offer senior citizen discount?
The 10% would be as much as I could do off the labor.
So, okay, that's fine.
Okay, we will see you Monday morning at 8:30.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. So I think we could have maybe spent this whole 30 minutes talking about this one call, but let's touch on what are some of the things that stand out to you, ladies?
Everything.
This is Melissa's comment. Oh wait, what just happened? What the what?
Yes, Melissa.
My thoughts exactly. I am so confused.
What is even going on with the person's house? Why did they even call in? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Wait, but how did she provide pricing? Like, what do they need?
Yeah, I'm like, am I missing
You
something?
know what company this is? Like, are they HVAC? Like,
I know. I'm confused. Also, is it an outbound call or an inbound call? I can't tell.
It had.
well, she said it had to be inbound.
Yeah.
It said, "This is Tracy with." I will start off saying that this is just something that applies to all calls. That if a customer says, "How are you today?" don't just say "Good."
Yeah.
You say, "I'm doing so well, Tatiana. How are you?"
Like, thank you so much for
Yeah,
asking.
thank you so much for asking, because take that 10 extra seconds and be personable with your customer. Like, when you build relationships with your customers, that's when your customer base grows and your customers believe in you.
Yeah. Guys, I have to absolutely highlight what Alicia just said. This is so good, Alicia. She says, I really like this call because you can book a call without any principles. But do you think this customer is going to call back or refer anyone to us?
Nope.
I only saw the beginning of that comment and I was like, what?
What? I know. Where are you going with
It's
this?
like,
I'm so
wait.
confused. Whose side are you on? No.
Yeah, I feel like when you make what is it? The first 30 seconds?
First 7 seconds.
First 7 seconds is your first impression on someone. So that would be your opening, like when you pick up the phone and when you say that, like that's your first impression. And then when you take it from there, the first time you talk, we call it our opportunity center at Rogers. But when you're in the office and you're answering the phones, you're the front lines of the company. Like, you are the first people that they ever speak to. And so you've got to be strong on the phone and be, positive, prepared. You've got to be ready to take those calls and build those relationships, because they're not going to call you back.
Right. That was a great point. Thank you, Alicia, for that comment, because I could not agree more. She says this is a perfect example of an industry standard call, right? And like what we talked about before, people just let the call happen to them. And it's like there didn't seem to be any idea of where this was going to go ahead of time. And what I find so interesting is a lot of times we think, or I guess the conversations I have had as a coach in the past is we like to say, like, I can't apply these principles because every customer is different. Right. And people use personalizing a call as a reason or an excuse to not apply the principles. When to me, in fact, I think it's quite the opposite. Like, if you are not applying the principles, then where's the personalization at? This call is a perfect example of how she could have spouted this information out to anyone on the street and it would have sounded about the same as it did in this call. Right. There was no personalization. There was no connection. Nothing like that. Like, the only way to personalize your solution is by listening, understanding, getting to know the person on the other line. Right? It's so interesting. Well, that is our time, guys. It has been so much fun.
This is what happens at Rogers Heating and Cooling.
Yeah. Why is this not the first time I've seen this happen? The confusing showers all over the place. Sabrine, our amazing Sabrine, you've got to introduce yourself. Who are you?
I'm Sabrine, Opportunity Center Manager at Rogers Heating and Cooling. Thank you guys so much for having Maddie and Kayla join you guys. We love PSP. We love the pattern. call in anytime to hear just how amazing they sound at all times.
Yeah.
They're the real goats. So
They are.
thank you.
You guys rock. All right, ladies. Have a good one. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.